Okay, so are you ready for me?
Yeah.
My father and mom moved to Waupun. My dad was caring for my mom who had Alzheimer's, and then my dad fell, and suddenly we had need of a facility that would care for both my father and my mother. And the Christian home and the Christian homestead ended up being those places. I was thankful that there was this facility that would care for my dad. And the staff loved him and cared for him and did a really great job. Mom's been at the Christian homestead. When I'm there, I have this sense the staff knows her and loves her. One of them calls her name is Eileen, and one of them calls her Leanie. It's kind of cool. It's become a home to her, and that's what it is, and a home in the best sense of the word.
The Christian Home and Rehabilitation Center was first organized over 70 years ago. It was designated to construct a place where elderly, 65 years and older, that were in good character and that were able to take care of themselves, could live very comfortably. Since those beginning times, our needs have drastically changed. Now don't take care of the healthy, but we take care of those that are unable for some reason to take care of themselves.
After my wife passed away, I was living alone in my home and had 3 falls quite close together and decided, hey, I can't live alone. And when people complain, we have one who was at our table. He said, my son wants me to stay here and I don't want to. I said, be positive. I said, be thankful you've got a son who loves you. He's concerned about you. Oh yeah, she's a character.
And one of the advantages to having the Christian Home and Rehab Center here in town was being able for my grandmother to spend some time there. Really fell in love with the staff that was there, fell in love with the residents that were there. And it was really a blessing to us as a family too, to have her here in town, a community that she was raised in and had spent her entire life in, versus having to travel out of town to go and see her.
You can always find stuff that's wrong, but one thing too, our staff is very kind, and so it's kind of neat because it's a kind of a pleasant environment. And family on Sunday stopped by and they just said that everybody is so kind here. Like, we've been in nursing homes where you can walk past the desk and nobody says anything to you. And here, when we walk past the desk, people say, hey, how you doing,
I am currently the chaplain here at the Christian Home and Rehabilitation Center, and I've been blessed to be here for approximately going on 2 years right now, and it's been a real blessing. You find yourself getting involved with not just the residents but the families.
This building is old, and the size of the rooms are different. Like, they're not one consistent size. So how do we get a lift into the room? And even having, it's like the residents in the room, the beds in the room, the bedside table, and then you have where you have to get this lift and the person's already in a wheelchair, where that lift goes around that chair and you're hooking the person up and then getting them to whatever they need, from the bed to the chair or from the chair to the bathroom, those kinds of situations.
Because this facility is unable to do that, we have 10 acres right with the homestead. Our short-term vision is to build the skilled care and the rehabilitation center on that site. Our budget is $13 million. We need the community's involvement to raise these funds. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. We are 100% behind this project, financially and emotionally.
So when you're younger, you don't really think about the need of a facility like the Christian Home or the Christian Homestead. Those are places for other people. That's what I thought anyway. Both places have been a blessing to me and to my family.
I have every good word to say about it. The care here, I got good care. and I still do. When there's a problem, if you need some help, they're ready to respond.
You know, it's a great facility. It's not a facility that you see in every community, and I think it's something that's very important to try and maintain here in the city of Waupun.
I can't help but focus almost daily when I enter the chapel. There's a psalm on the wall, Psalm 71:9, which says, "Cast me not away in my time of old age." You know,
We must continue to work together and contribute as we have been blessed. If we don't build, the lights are going to go out. We have an average of 50 residents. Where would these 50 residents go? And I think our elderly in our community, we deserve better than that. We deserve everyone to stepping up to the plate and showing that we care. It gives new hope for the young and for the old. It gives, I have a purpose to our residents, and it gives, I have a place where I can go for the community.